How goes it, Internet? My name is Dave Tastic, and welcome to my very first Milestone video. Yes. The time of this recording, it is Sunday, January 26, 2020. Yesterday, the 25th, we did in fact hit the first milestone of 100 subscribers. So first and foremost, thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. I'm really enjoying all the comments and the likes and the clicks and all the good stuff that helps grow a small YouTube channel. So thank you very much. Please, if you can, keep up that support. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your dog. Get subscribed, or consider it at least, for all the fun stuff we do on here. So I was at work when it turned over 100, and I had to go take a break. Had to step outside, get some fresh air, because I didn't think it would happen nearly as fast as it did. I thought it would definitely take a lot longer. So again, that's you guys. That's not me. I'm just sitting here being an idiot and playing video games. So thank you again, very much. It's very heartwarming. Um, but I look forward to hitting the next milestone. Next milestone, I guess, would be 1,000. So that's the next goal. So again, tell everybody. Share the videos on your social media platforms. Or don't, depends, maybe you don't like my content, but you stick around anyway, and I appreciate you as well. So anyway, this is something I've been needing to do. I've mentioned it in a couple of Isaac videos of going over the trinkets, because I am terrible at remembering what each of them does. So that's what we're going to do today for our first milestone video. We're gonna read through these trinkets here, and we're not going to go into great detail because you could talk for hours about different trinkets. I'll go over a few key synergies or where to best use, things like that. So let's get it started. So first up, right here, Swallow Penny. You notice the description is directly below the camera here. Swallow Penny, gulp. You can see that. So each time you get hit, you drop a coin or two. Most of these I do know, so I'll just kind of fly through those. The ones I don't know, I'll take a minute to really read in detail. Swallow Penny is fantastic. You usually get it out of a pot if you blow those up. Top tier trinket for the keeper, as the keeper runs on coins, so every time you take damage, you have the potential to get your health right back. It's a pretty high success rate. I don't know the exact figures, and it doesn't say it here, but you get it quite often. Up next, Petrified Poop just increases your chance of getting items for poop piles, which is fantastic. AAA Battery lowers your spacebar item charge rate by 1, so if you have a 6-bar charge item, like Satanic Bible, something like that, it'll lower it to a 5 charge. You cannot lower the charge for your spacebar item below 1 room. For example, you will now be able to use a 3-room charge item after 2 rooms instead. Pretty cut and dry. Broken Remote has a teleport effect every time you use your current spacebar item. So I'm going to probably use Satanic Bible quite often because it's one of my favorites. I mean, it's awesome. But every time you would use it, you would be teleported. So not a fan. Purple Heart, higher chance of champion enemies. Can go either way, depends on the build that you have. If you have a pretty overpowered run, sure, more champions means more potential for item drops. If you're on a rougher run, low HP, I would not suggest holding on to that. Broken Magnet has a partial magneto effect and will attract coins, pulling them into Isaac from a distance. Does not attract other pickup items. So Magneto will pull all consumables to you. Broken Magnet will only pull coins. Simple enough. Rosary Bead increases your chance of finding an angel room instead of a deviled room. So your special room at the end of the run, if you should get one, it's normally a 50-50. If you're holding this, it becomes a 75-25. So that's okay. Cartridge, when Isaac takes damage, there's a chance you can get the Game Kit effect, which makes you invincible, and you eat the enemies, kind of like a Pac-Man effect. Pulse Worm makes your tears pulse. Neat. Wiggle Worm, kind of the same thing as Pulse Worm, it just kind of messes with your tears a little bit. Instead, it'll make them do like just a back and forth? Yeah, just a back and forth. Ringworm, same thing, you shoot in a ring. Flatworm, it just becomes kind of wider. Higher knockback effect on your tears as well. Oh, okay. Ringworm will increase your range. Wiggleworm has a tears up, not applied until your next tears stat is updated, though. So you can't see it. Okay, so those are the worms. There's a random worm somewhere. Store credit lets you take a single item from the shop for free. Very nice. Callus lets you walk over creep and spikes without taking damage, as long as you're holding that. Lucky Rock. Love Lucky Rock. Kind of like Petrified Poop. It's the Petrified Poop for rock, so every time you blow up a rock, you will get money. So super great if you have some, if you get Pyro, you have 99 bombs, blow them all up, cool. If you have Pyro, or not Pyro, Ipecac, this with Ipecac, fantastic. You will never run out of money. Mom's toenail, I don't even care to read this. A mom's leg will appear every 60 seconds and stop down randomly on the room, dealing 300 damage to enemies, similar to how Daddy Longlegs works, but less frequent. Be warned, mom's leg can also stomp and hurt Isaac too. So if there's no enemies in the room, mom will go for you instead. Never pick this up. I don't anyway. Black lipstick increases your chance for heart rate or black hearts to spawn, so black soul hearts. Neat. Bible tract gives you a higher chance of eternal hearts, so black soul hearts, regular soul hearts. Simple enough. Paperclip. Fantastic. Top tier trinket. Allows you to unlock golden chests without needing a key. Very, very good. Monkey Paw. When you reach half a heart of health remaining, a black heart will spawn. After 3 black hearts, the trinket disappears. So this can save your life. That's all you need to know about that. Curious paper. Oh, this is an in-depth one. I don't really know this one. Okay. Imitates the behaviors of some of the other paper items or trinkets. It can mimic a missing page. When taking damage, Isaac has a chance to deal damage to the entire room, and a Necronomicon style effect has a chance to trigger the Polaritor negative. Missing poster, which we'll get to that in a second. If held when you touch the chest after the Satan or Isaac fight, and you don't have the relevant item to go to the next floor, Polaroid negative, you have a small chance to be taken there anyway. So if for some reason you skipped it via, say, Sacrifice Room, to go straight to the Dark Room, or if, well, I guess it wouldn't work for the Dark Room because you're already in the Dark Room. You get teleported to the I Am Error Room, I guess would be the best example I could give for why this would be useful. Damon's Tail Evil Up. When Damon's Tail is held, most future heart drops will be rerolled into something else with a certain chance to be rerolled into a black soul heart. It doesn't say soul heart, but I call them black soul hearts, so that's what I'm going to say. Every type of heart will be affected except for hearts spawned in the super secret room, so the big room that we all love to see with Dark Bum. Except for hearts spawned in secret rooms, and cause Miter, Bible Tract, and Mom's Pearl to become useless. Upon entering a new room that already has hearts on the ground, they will be converted into black soul hearts. Hearts that spawn after clearing a room, opening a chest, or playing Slot Machine Beggar will be re-rolled into another possible pickup that could appear. This essentially means you are sacrificing heart drops for a higher rate of all other pickups. Something else. Also, I didn't mention, all of this is on platinumgod.co.uk. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to check out this list yourself, or you can favorite this video and come back and check it out anytime you would like. I'd appreciate that. Missing poster, that's how we unlock the Lost. You have to die with that in the sacrifice room while holding the trinket. Simple enough. Finding all the puzzle pieces. I don't know about the puzzle pieces. I just know you need this to unlock the Lost. Butt penny. Let me pick up a coin, you fart. Neat. Mysterious candy cause Isaac to create poops randomly. Cool. Hookworm will make your tears do like that. And it also gives you a range up. Neat. Whipworm, +5 shot speed. Here's now whip across the room at a very high shot rate. Broken Ankh has a 22.22% chance to respawn with 3 soul hearts as Blue Baby when you die. So it's like the Ankh, except it's broken, so you have a smaller chance. Where the Ankh is guaranteed, this is a 22% chance. Fishhead, every time you take damage, you'll spawn a blue fly. Neat. Pink Eye, you have a chance to proc a poison shot like Scorpio. Poison effect leaves damage over time. Yeah, we know that. Cancer of poison is affected by your luck stat. And at 18 luck will become active every time. 18 luck. I've never been above, I don't think I've ever been double digit lucks. Double digit in luck. Push pen, you have a chance to have a penetrating shot. Again, at 18 will activate every time. Liberty cap. Fantastic. Gives you a random mushroom effect. You can do mini mush, skinny odd mushroom, fat odd mushroom, and compass. That's not a mushroom. It can also give you magic mush. Any other mushrooms? I think that's all the mushrooms. I'm not 100%. I know it can do magic mush. It just doesn't give you the HP yet. Umbilical cord. Take damage that leaves you with half a heart. You'll gain a little Steven familiar that follows you. You know, little Steven. You don't know little Steven. He is a familiar that shoots a homing shot. Child's Heart gives Isaac a higher chance of finding hearts from drops after clearing rooms. So if you're holding this, you're going to see less bombs, keys, coins, and you're going to see more hearts. Curved Horn. So good. Just a flat +2 damage up. Fantastic. Rusted Key gives you a higher chance of finding keys in chests. So there's an item for each one, I think, where you're going to see an increase in one consumable, and which in turn means you're going to see less of other consumables. So the Rusted Key will give you keys and chests. If you need keys and chests, cool. If you need bombs, I wouldn't hold that. Goat Hoof gives you a plus 0.15 speed up. Simple cut and dry. Bombs Pearl grants a secondary chance of any non-specific heart drop during turning into a soul heart. So same as Demon Tail. Demon Tail. How would you pronounce? Is it demon or Damon? I say Damon. It looks more like Damon, but I guess that's up to whoever wants to say it. So same thing. You get more soul hearts, less red hearts. Cancer Trinket. Like Curved Horn is just damage up, or a flat stat up, and a -2 tier delay. Fire rate increase is applied in such a way that the higher your tier stat is, the more effective cancer is. Breaks the normal tier. Yeah, you can break the tiers cap. So the flat soft cap of 5, you can break that with cancer while you hold the cancer. If you drop cancer, of course, you'll go back to 5. Red patch. You have a chance when taking damage to gain a 1.8 damage up for the rest of the room. Neat. Oh, it's which one is that? Lusty. No, Bloody Lust. Kind of like a Bloody Lust. It's a chance, though, not guaranteed like Bloody Lust is. Matchstick gives you a higher chance of finding bombs. Picking up the matchstick will also remove the tick trinket, which we're coming to somewhere. Oh, it's over there. We're almost there. But kind of the same as Rusted Key, the same as Child's Heart. You get an increase in one consumable and less of the others. Luck Toe is a +1 luck, flat stat, very nice. When you take damage while at half a heart, you'll be teleported back to the previous room. So if you get in danger, it'll take you back one. So if you have hearts back that way, cool. I never really touched Cursed Skull. Safety Cap gives you a higher chance of finding pills. Again, Matchstick, Rusted Key. Higher of one consumable, less of another. This is the same thing except for tarot cards. Doesn't say if it does runes as well. So that I'm not sure of. It may increase the runes as well because they kind of fit in the same category, but I don't know that. Isaac's Fort, after clearing a room, you have a chance to heal for half a red heart. Cool. Not something sought after, but not a bad consumable either. Missing page. When taking page, it's late, and I'm very excited to do this. So excited. Missing page. Every time you take damage, that you have a chance to do a Necronomicon effect. The chance damage enemies is affected by your luck stat, and at plus 50 or more luck will activate 50% of the time. 50 luck? A little excessive. Right? I don't know. I didn't write the code for this game, so it's probably true. All right, we're going to group all of these together, all your penny items. So when holding them, when you pick up a coin, you will drop hearts, bombs, keys. Counterfeit penny's different. We'll talk about that one. These three. Bloody penny, burnt penny, flat penny. Hearts, bombs, keys. All good in their own right. This is great if you have Dark Bum. So every time you pick up a coin, you have a good chance of dropping a heart, which in turn can become a soul heart. This same thing for keys. Every time you pick up a penny, you have the chance to get a key. Now this one, gotta be careful with. If you're not a seasoned Isaac player, burnt penny is good and bad. It'll drop regular bombs, but it can also drop troll bombs. So be wary of that. Counterfeit penny has a chance to automatically gain one more coin when picking up a coin. So if you pick up a penny, you have a chance to get 2 pennies. If you pick up a nickel, you have a chance to get 6 cents. Pick up a dime, 11 cents. It's only 1 cent. Doesn't matter the denomination. The tick. Ooh, the tick. The tick can ruin you. It's actually not that bad. The trinkets, I mean, outside of the major trinkets like curved horn, cancer, there's another one that we're coming to somewhere. Where is it? Am I blind? I might be blind. Weird, I don't see it on here. Hang on, we might have to do one of these. There we go, that's better. Now I'm gonna have to check my recording because the screen is gonna be off. We're just gonna do one of those. So it's down here, I don't think you can see it. Pardon the funky transition. Yeah, you can't see it. I'll scroll down just enough to where you can, though. Where were we? Alright, the tick. When you enter a boss room, immediately remove 15% of health from the boss and restore 1 red heart. Sounds great. Bad part is you cannot get rid of the tick unless you have the tick and then you pick up the matchstick. That's the only way to get rid of the tick. Can you consume it? Like Trinket Smelter? This trinket can only be removed by using the smelter item. Yeah. Or picking up the matchstick. Okay. So yeah, you can get rid of it with that. Neat. Isaac's head. When held, this trinket gives Isaac a familiar that shoots piercing shots that deal 3.5 damage. It's a very slow shot, so it's cool if you have no other options. I mean, if you like familiars, cool. If you don't like familiars, don't pick it up. Aggie's Faith. At the start of a new room, you will start with half of an Eternal Heart. So if you can keep that Eternal Heart through the entire floor, every floor you can get a Red Heart upgrade. It's cool. I like it. Judas's Tongue. Items which cost 2 heart containers and a deal with the devil will be reduced to 1. So, Lord of the Pit, Mom's Knife, Brimstone, Abaddon, Maw the Void. I'm forgetting some. For sure, if you know them, put them in the comments. All your 2 Red Heart Devil Deal items will only cost 1. Simple enough. It doesn't do anything for Soul Hearts. If you're out of Red Hearts, it won't reduce Soul Hearts down to 2. There'll still be 3 hearts. I'm moving my hand down here, and you can't see that. Question mark, question mark, question mark, soul, or blue baby soul. Create a familiar which moves around the room in a similar fashion to the peeper, shooting tears in the same direction as Isaac. So it free roams. It doesn't follow right behind you. It's okay. Again, it's kind of like Isaac's head. If you don't have another trinket, sure. But you're probably going to replace it with something quickly. Samson's Lock. When you kill an enemy, you have a chance to get 0.5 damage up for the current room. So, how Red Patch is kind of like Bloody Lust. It's just for the room. This is like Lusty Blood. So when you kill an enemy, you have a chance to get a slight damage up for the duration of the room. Hane's Eye gives you a 25% chance to reveal the map icon at the start of the floor. Same effect as the compass. You get a compass effect when you phase into the new floor. If you pick up this item, you won't see it on that floor. You won't see it until you go down the hole to the next floor. And it's only at a 25% chance. Use Birdfoot. When you kill an enemy, you have a chance to spawn a transparent dead bird familiar. We love dead bird around here. Dead bird familiar deals 2 damage per tick to enemy while in contact. Neat. So regular dead bird, you have to get hit for it to come out. This, when you kill an enemy, it has a chance to come out. Ooh. Left hand. Replaces all chests with red chests. So your regular chest, your stone chest, gold chest, the traps, ones with the spikes, all of them become red chests. So those are those trinkets. So in Rebirth, you got these added. I think most of us play on Afterbirth Plus, so right? Maybe. Oh, excuse me. Time out. Doing a lot more talking than I normally do. All right, we're about 40% done. All right, shiny rock. When held, tinted rocks and rocks with a crawl space below them will flash white every 10 seconds. So when you walk into a room, if you see a flash, there's a crawl space or it's a tinted rock. Very nice. I'm going to go through some of these a little bit faster. Safety scissors, all troll bombs become regular bombs. Very, very good. Because troll bombs can be sneaky. You don't want those. Super troll bombs turn into a 1+1 free double bomb pickup. So like if you have humbling bundled, hey, you get 2 bombs bundled. Super troll bombs will become that. Rainbow worm. Basically gives you like fruitcake or $3 bill. Those types of effects. Possible tier effects include whipworm, ringworm, wigworm. It gives you all the worm effects. Speaking of worms, tapeworm. Double your range and half your tier height stat. I don't know what the tier height stat really affects unless you have something like Ipecac or maybe Hamilacria. I'm not sure. I don't really pay attention. It's not a stat on the side of the screen, so I don't really pay attention to it. Lazy worm. You get +2 tier height, +4 range, but your shot speed goes down 0.4. So a little bit of give and take there. Cracked dice, every time you get hit, you have a chance to activate the D6, D20, D8, or D12 effect. I never use this item. I've never put it into practice. I mean, if you're in a bad run and you find cracked dice, maybe you can get lucky and get rerolled. With the... Now, D8 will do your stats. D12 does rewards or enemies. D6 rerolls your pedestals. D20 rerolls everything on the ground. So you can't reroll yourself, like the D100 or the D4. But it does the other dice. I don't like this. Super Magnet, I never take Super Magnet. It's terrible. It has the Magneto effect, so it pulls all your consumables. Great. It has a bad effect where it pulls all of the enemies at you as well. No thank you. Faded Polaroid, randomly you will turn into camouflage. Kind of like you have the camo undies. It's whenever it feels like doing it. Louse, small chance to spawn a friendly attack spider while in a hostile room. So if you're in an active room with enemies, you have a chance to spawn a spider. Lau's Bladder leaves a pool of green creep under all bombs you place. Neat. Watch Battery gives you an increased chance of finding battery consumables, so just like your matchstick and your rusted key, this will give you more batteries. Blasting Cap. Exploding bombs now have a chance to drop another bomb that you can pick up. Really? Now that one I didn't know. Exploding bombs. So if I place a bomb, I have a chance to get my bomb back. Right? Right? Right. I'm gonna have to trust that one. If I find Blasting Cap in a hopefully near future run, because I'll probably forget 2 or 3 runs in. But we'll have to test that one out. Stud Finder, higher chance of finding crawl spaces when exploding rocks. Cool. 404. Ugh. 404 gives you a random trinket effect per room, randomly choosing between any of the other available trinkets in the game. So, each room is locked to a specific trinket effect, meaning if you exit and re-enter the room, that specific room will always have the same effect. Good to know. Poker chip, chests now have a 50-50 chance to pay out with extra consumables or nothing. Or an enemy. Well, thanks. Blister, tears have a knockback effect. Nice. Second hand, increase the time that status effects stay on enemies. So poison, damage over time. I guess poison and damage over time. So like backstabber. I guess would be a dot damage over time. Endless nameless. Wow, hell, there's a small chance for when using a tarot card or pill to copy it and drop that item again. So very nice. If you're on a pill run. Yeah, about it. Black Feather, +2 damage up for each evil item you have. Items classed as evil are Black Candle, Ceremonial Robes, Abaddon, Goat Head, Matchbook, Missing Page number 2, and Safety Pin. Ooh, I'll forget that immediately. Blind Rage, when you get hit and you have you're blinking, so you have like iframes, invincibility frames, it'll increase that a little bit. Golden Horseshoe, 15% chance to get a double item room to spawn on the next floor. So like, Cain's Eye. It takes effect as soon as you spawn into the floor. Of course, you won't know if it works until you get to your item room. This chance doubles to 30% when holding Mom's Box. I'll talk about Mom's Box at the end. Yeah, 15% chance to get a double item room. If the effect activates, 2 items spawn in your item room, however, you can only take 1. So, like, more options. So you get the two pedestals, you get to choose between the 2. Store key automatically opens all your shops. Very nice. Rib of Greed, fantastic. It will make it to where you will not get a greed or a super greed fight in your item rooms. If you get it super early on, you can rest easy, knowing that your item rooms are going to be greed free. Holding Rib of Greed increases your chance to receive coin drops. I didn't know that. I knew the first part, because that's why it's great. I know the good ones, or what I consider the good ones. I didn't know you had an increased coin drop. Nice. Karma. Donating to a donation machine has a chance to heal Isaac for a full red heart or spawn a beggar. That one I did not know at all. I've never picked up I've picked it up and thought, what is this? And then I probably immediately dropped it. Little Larva. Destroying poops gives you a blue fly. Fantastic. Mom's Locket, when held, will heal for half a red heart every time you use a key. So it's a locket. You use a key to open the heart. Same thing. But when you open a door or a golden chest. Changes all half red hearts into full hearts. Didn't know that. No. Fantastic. No! While this trinket is held, you have a significantly lower chance of finding spacebar or active item. So when you go into your item rooms and your shops, is it item rooms and shops? I should probably finish reading it and then explain some more. It will cause passive items to spawn except when the game cannot generate any more passive items, and will then instead choose spacebar active items. Some hard-coded spacebar items from bosses and mini-bosses, i.e. Krampus' head, can still spawn. Bible drops caused by the rosary item are not prevented by this trinket. Okay, so when you're holding it, you have an increased chance of finding passive items in your item rooms versus active items, your spacebar items. Child leash, it makes your familiars closer to you. Really good if you got a lot of familiars, you can keep your shots bundled together instead of being all over the place. Super good if you pick up like Little Brimstone in the 2nd position or 3rd position, because you like Little Brimstone to be 1st position, right behind Isaac. So, I mean, not bad. Depends on your familiars. Ground cat poops in the environment will now explode when destroyed. No, thank you. Hate that item. Always end up popping poops accidentally when you got a room full of enemies flying at your face. Alright. Iconi, I hope you can see this. Alright, another flicker of the screen. Yes, you can. Okay, you can see up to stem cells. Neat. Because I'm terrible at OBS and I don't know how to capture this without window capture. Or screen capture. I don't. I'm old, man. How old? Too old. Probably too old to be doing this. But it's fun and I'm trying anyway. Myconium. When held, you have an increased chance of black poops spawning instead of regular poops. So the concussive black poops that deal an AoE. Cracked crown. Right up there with curved horn with cancer trinket. Gives you extra stats based on the items you've already collected that have stat increases at 33% of the item's original increase. You also get a +2 tiers. It also gives you a +2 tiers up and -1 tier delay if you don't have any items that increase your tier stat. That I didn't know. Neat. Yeah, fantastic. It's basically an all stats up. Use diaper when held. Gives a scatole effect only in certain rooms. Will turn hostile flies into neutral and stop others from shooting. Attack, dart, and ring flies turn into neutral black flies, and pooters and fat flies will no longer fire at you. Cool? Maybe? I'm not sure on that one. Fishtail, items and trinkets that generate blue flies and spiders will have double the effect. Fantastic. So, Guppy's Head. Normally spawns you 3, you'll get 6. Great. Great item. Combine this with, say, Guppy's Head and Hive Mind. I'm not saying it'll carry you through a run, but it'll sure help you out. Black Tooth. Some tiers will randomly become a Black Tooth and deal double your normal tier damage, and can poison your enemies. Neat. Ouroboros room? Ouroboros? Ouroboros? Worm? Neat. Tiers become spectral and travel in a large spiral pattern. Large. Like, almost the entire room size, I believe. I never use that item. Tonsil. Every time you take damage, you have a very small chance to gain a Tonsil Familiar, which follows you and blocks enemy projectiles. This effect can happen twice before Tonsil triggers. Removed, destroyed. Does not deal contact damage to enemies. The Tonsil Familiar counts as a passive item, but does not appear in any item pools, meaning this trinket is the only way to find it, aside from starting with it as Eden, and make it appear in your item collection page. So that's something we're going to have to do. The next time we see tonsils, we need to generate a tonsil familiar. Good to know. Nose Goblin, fantastic, gives you a occasional proc for booger tears, which stick to your enemy. Booger tears will have a homing effect. That I didn't know. Your roll, some random tears have the rubber cement effect. Fantastic, I love it. If it procs, it'll hit the enemy and bounce, or if it hits a wall, it'll bounce back, like rubber cement. Love me the bulbs. Both the bulbs are both great. So this is based on your spacebar item, or active item. We'll give you all those stats. I'm not going to read them. It's basically an all stats up if your spacebar item is fully charged. Infinite use items like Potato Peeler count as charged and provide a bonus. So, what else is there? Any spacebar item that doesn't have a cooldown, this works for. So that, like the razor item, I think it may work with like Diplopia, like your one-time use items, Mama Maga. Not sure. Sounds like it though. On the opposite is Dim Bulb, also gives you an all stats up, just about. But the opposite effect. So your spacebar item has to be depleted 100%. If you clear a room, you get the 1 tick on a 4 tick or a 4 room cooldown item, you lose the status effect of the all stats up. Same effect though with one-time use items, Mama Maga, they count as uncharged, so you get the bonus. Fragmented card, we've used that I think once or twice on a few runs. gives you a chance to, or not a chance, it will spawn a additional secret room. Does not spawn more than one super secret room, only a normal secret room. So your rooms that are adjacent to more than one room, usually 3, sometimes 2. Equality, when you have the same number of coins, bombs, and keys, half consumables turn into their doubled version. This effect works only on. This effect works for any number of consumables, including 0 and 99, as long as it counts for coin. As long as your coins, bombs, and keys are equal, you get double. Cool. Wishbone, every time you take damage, you have a very small chance to spawn a random pedestal item. When the effect triggers, the trinket is destroyed. I didn't know that one. Neat. So if you have nothing else, might as well hang on to that. Bag lunch, every time you take damage, you have a very small chance to spawn a lunch item, which gives you an HP up. Lost Cork increases the radius of any creep you produce. Ooh. Crowheart, hate this item. While held, any damage taken will ignore your soul hearts and black hearts and use your red hearts first. While at a half red heart, it will begin to remove your soul hearts. So normally it would go soul hearts and then red hearts. If you hold this, it'll go red hearts and then soul hearts. But why you would want this, I have no idea. If you're trying to get special rooms, it's gonna, your first hit, you're done. So I never pick this item up. Walnut has a chance to break when you take damage from an explosion. I didn't know it was an explosion. I thought it was just regular damage, so good to know. It will drop random trinket, coin, heart, and key. The walnut trinket is destroyed after the first effect. Duct tape depends on your. It'll affect your orbitals and keep them in place instead of them revolving around you. It holds them. Some familiars with the regular movement are not affected, such as Able, BBF, Bombo, things that free roam. Guppy's hairball, which is not really an orbital. But all your regular, your meat boys, your holo bandages. I'm not sure if it works for like Halo flies. That one I don't know about. Silver dollar. While held, shops will now appear in the womb. Neat, where you normally don't. After mom, in the womb 2, normally don't get shops. This will produce a shop there. Same effect with Bloody Crown, except it'll give you an item room. Fantastic. Both of these are great items. Unless you find them in After the Womb, and then they're pointless and you hate the game for the duration of the run, because that was an opportunity. Pay to win, when held, restock boxes will always spawn in your item room, so you'll never find a donation machine in your shops. You'll find reroll machines. Cool. These we can bundle all together, each one of them when held. Upon entering a room will spawn flies, and each fly has a different effect. So 2 to 5 white flies. Black Locust deals quadruple Isaac's damage. Deal double your tier damage. Double your tier damage. And exploding flies. That's the one that'll kill you. But they're all named after the horsemen. So you got War, Pestilence, Famine, Death, Conquest. Batwing. When killing an enemy, you have a very small chance to gain the ability to fly for the rest of the room. That means cool. If there's some random consumables or chests or something that you can't get to and you kill an enemy, you have a chance to spawn flying. Nothing I really pay attention to. Stem Cell heals you for half a red heart after traveling down to the next floor. Eat, I suppose. Yeah, that's all I can say about that. Alright, let's see if I can get this just right. He's done it. So last line of trinkets. I know most of these except for this one. Oh wait, no. This will charge this hairpin will charge your spacebar item upon entering the boss room. So if you have a boss killing item like Head of Krampus, the Bible for Mom and It Lives, it'll automatically charge your item. So you don't have to worry about having a full charge. It will give it to you. Wooden Cross will give you the Holy Mantle effect once per floor, unlike Holy Mantle, which gives it to you every room. You get this, it's a one time per floor, which is nice. I mean, that's still protection. Butter is interesting. Um, Butter will make you drop your spacebar item or active item when you use it. Using your active item while holding this trinket will drop it on a pedestal onto the ground. Also, after taking damage, you have a very small chance to drop one of your passive items. That I didn't know. One time use active items will be consumed and not dropped, of course, Mama Mega, Diplopia, things like that. Um, and it's okay, I guess. I didn't know about the passive items. The only, not synergy, but idea I've ever had with this is sometimes you get your secret rooms with a reroll machine, but no item pedestals. So if you have a bad spacebar item, you can go in there, drop it, and reroll it into something else. Sometimes. Filigree Feather, fantastic item. When you bomb an angel statue in wherever, any angel statue, and the angel appears, you kill it, normally we get a key piece. If you're holding this, it will cause him to drop a passive item. Or drop an item, different item. Drop normal items instead of key pieces. Correct. Doorstop, not a fan. I see its purpose, but I'm not a big fan. So it'll cause, however you enter the room, if it's a active room with enemies, the door you came through will remain open instead of closing and locking like normal until you clear the room. So it's cool if you're prone to finding dead ends and you don't want to clear rooms. Walk in, you see it's a dead end, you can immediately just turn around and run away. Extension cord. I like extension cord. Will cause it says yellow laser chain to flow through the familiars. So you, Little Brimstone, Little Steven, whoever, so on and so forth, um, will have a charge that runs through you that deals contact damage. Super great item if you have a free flowing familiar like Succubus that just kind of does what it does. So you have a long range of that charge. Rotten Penny, fantastic trinket, like the other pennies, except when you pick up a penny, you have a chance to get a blue fly. Maybe it's not a chance. Yeah, every time you pick up a coin. So it's not a chance, it's a guarantee. Very nice. Baby Bender will cause all of your familiars to have homing. It's cool. And then Fingerbone. When held, gives you a small chance to gain a bone heart every time you take damage. I don't like bone hearts, so we don't want to deal with that one. What did I say I was going to explain at the end? Mom's box of trinkets, or Mom's box of stuff. Or is it Mom's box of stuff? The 4-charge spacebar item that will spawn random trinkets. Anytime you're holding that, you get a double effect from a trinket that you're holding. So say Vibrant Bulb, where you get the all stats up, it'll double the stats. If you're holding the Cancer Trinket, which gives you a +2 or a -2 tier delay, will give you a -4 tier delay. So if you're at a 5, it'll drop you to a 1, as long as you're holding the Cancer Trinket and Mom's box. So keep that in mind for the future. And yeah, that's all of the trinkets in the game. I'm going to forget almost all of them, and I'll probably come back to this and revisit it. Again, I'll leave the link for Platinum God if you've never been there in the description. You can check it out for yourself, or again, you can favorite the video and come back to it anytime you have a question about a trinket. Just, you can timestamp, write a comment, write your own comment reminding yourself what time is which trinket so you can come back and look at it. With that, I'll say again, thank you so much for 100. I was very ecstatic. I wrote everybody at home. Um, it's just, it's a big deal to me. It may not be a big deal to all the other, you know, larger channels. 100 subscribers, I get 100 a day. They get thousands a day. But for me, this was special. So again, thank you so much for the support. I hope we can continue to grow, um, and just keep having fun with it. If you're not subscribed and you're checking out this list, I appreciate that. Consider subscribing. That button's over there. I guess I should just do the normal spiel, and I'll say thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed that, make sure you click that like button. Leave me those friendly words in the comment section down below, and consider subscribing for more daily content, including random lists like this, and all the fun games that we play here on this channel. That'll also say I will see you in the next video. Don't forget to set your alarms, kids. Thank you again for 100 subs. And good night, everybody.